pops out of the low back. All right. First up, we'll just start off with upward facing dog today. I've been doing some downward facing dog, but my right shoulder is nagging me a little bit. It was nagging me yesterday. Not sure what the deal is, but it's saying. It's very faint, it's very minor, but it is enough to say, hey, I need some heal, I need some awareness. So I want to try and go easier on the right shoulder today. And relax. And low back seems to be really with it this morning. Straight into place. Feel that sensation on the low back. Nice posterior flex on the spine. Can use the muscles to accentuate that. Twist a little bit. Get a couple pops out of the spine. Feel that low back. And relax. Continue to breathe. For the minute 8 seconds. Just feel the breath slide in and out. Feel the lungs. Sensation on the pose. So yeah, most of the sensations on the low back. It feels like the part of the low back, it's on the back side of the spine, where the spine hits the pelvis, a few vertebrae above that, and they seem to be at a max joint flex. And that is that. Alright. Timer started. Next pose. Your pose. So yeah, I find the easiest way is to get started on the head first, and then press up to the arms. So I said I'm going easy on the right shoulder, so I'm feeling the right shoulder a lot. You know, there's lots of sensation in other parts of the body, and making sure the right shoulder's okay. And now I feel the abs a lot, because there's a lot of stretch in the abs. And the low back. Just relax. And then 42 seconds, which I probably won't make. A little stretch on the front of the thighs, and that's it. Right wrist. It's a nicer sensation as compared to the left. against the back of the thighs to help control the sensation on the front of the body. This feels more like a shoulder stretch. Yeah, the shoulders aren't used to this. And that's that. Yeah, so that's interesting. The shoulder's actually the limiting part when I put the hands to the heels. Alright, next up, after all this posterior flex on the back, to get ready for our anterior flex by going straight up into a forward fold. But very carefully, to let the spine, let the vertebrae, all the discs, everything in the back to get into the right spot. That's why I'm grabbing the shins so that I slowly fold forward. The vertebrae can get in the right spot. Ball of the feet, ankles, heels all together. Keep the legs straight, try to relax. So I feel myself pulling up, not letting the pelvis rotate, not letting the body really quite relax and release. Also feels like I'm trembling a little bit, perhaps because I haven't eaten breakfast yet today. Relax. Let that upper body dangle. Straighten the legs. Check the sensation on the ankles. Make sure that's right. The ankles should just be touching. There shouldn't be any pressure on the ankles into each other. The ankles should just be lightly touching each other. The back extends. The pelvis tries to rotate some more. Careful of the knees, they'll start to bend as well, so straighten the legs. It's been so long since I haven't put my hands under my feet. This feels different and new. Fascinating. And relax. This feels very taxing today for some reason. Seems like a lot more effort's going into that than normal. Alright. Next up. Yeah, we'll do foot behind the head. Today is the 26th, so we start with the right foot. A good starter pose is just bringing the foot up towards the chest. Eventually you can lay down with that. And don't try this at home if you're not ready. Your body will tell you if you're ready or not. watch out for these muscles down here because they like to slide back and forth over the bone for the different positions. And muscles aren't always ready for certain stretches. Yeah, just not feeling it today. That's okay, except I say that I'm not feeling it, right? Because I know where my max normally is, and this doesn't feel anywhere close to that. But the body wants to chill out here, so we'll chill out here. Thinking it's that I am hungry. I'm trying to do this while I'm in low energy or low calorie mode. The body's just kind of not with it. That's okay. Once you get used to it, right? You negotiate with the body, so maybe a little more, maybe not. Find that sustainable pose. A lot of pressure on the left arm to keep the right leg where it is. So the right leg's right on top of the head. It's not quite at the back of the skull. I do feel the Achilles on the skull a little bit. But it's actually, it feels like the skull's past the Achilles, towards the shin. Whereas I'd like to have the shin behind the skull. Very carefully release. To let the blood flow back into that right leg. Now we can start on the other side. So the other side, start off very gently. If you can't do this, don't do it. You ask the body nicely. If the body says no, you respect that. First step is get that foot towards the chest while you're standing up. Be very careful. I've done this a few times, right? You roll back, and then always be very careful when you're pulling your foot towards yourself, because these muscles around here will slide back and forth over the bone. You can feel it. It's very noticeable. And if you're not ready for that, right, if like on one side of the bone, the muscle's more flexible than on the other side of the bone, you gotta watch out for that. Yeah, man, I'm just not feeling it today. Yeah, not for me, right? Because I know where more of what my max is. My body's telling me, today, yeah, no, we're gonna chill out in places that are not the max that you've done before. So I got my foot further back yesterday, but today the body's like, no, we're just gonna relax. Not go quite as far as we did yesterday. So that's cool. You say, yes sir. We can do less than we did yesterday. Right, you just negotiate, you ask nicely. The body might go there, it might not. Honor and respect the body. Okay, so then on this side, one of the loading factors is the right side of the spine. The muscles on the right side of the spine. Yeah, that's really kind of a loading factor today.
So I can feel the stretch in the thigh, but I had to let the shin go out from behind the skull because of the sensation on the spine. Yeah, there's a muscle just right at the shoulder level, right next to one of the vertebrae, adjacent to one of the vertebrae on the right side of the spine. It's providing too much sensation for some reason. I don't know why, but it is, so I gotta take care of that. For the 12 seconds. Relax. Oh, and that's that. Alright, yeah, be careful with that left leg. As you release the pose, allow the blood flow back into the left leg. Alright, so next up is a hamstring stretch. Today's 26, we'll go for the right foot first. Get that timer started. And so it's a hamstring stretch, but I want to get the right shoulder towards the earth. And then reseat the right hamstring. Because not only is it getting stretched by the positioning of the leg, it is also getting pushed on by the floor. There we go, we get the timer started. And that left shoulder is kind of the limiting factor on this side. So we'll grab the foot a little higher. And relax. Yeah, it seems like the body just has a lower tolerance for sensation today. That's okay, that's cool. We'll just have a lower tolerance day and not go as far as we normally do. Wow, got a few pops on the right shoulder there. By twisting the arm open, so I twisted the eye of the elbow towards the front. Got a nice satisfying pop on the right shoulder. And relax. Feel that stretch on the left shoulder. Feel stretch on the right hamstring. Actually, quite a bit of sensation on the right ankle as well. Because the ankle's relaxed, but the left arm is gripping it and pulling it, so there's actually quite a bit of sensation. Feel the parts of the body with the heightened sensations. It's the left shoulder, the right ankle, the right hamstring. Bring that sensation to your conscious awareness. Allow the body to fix it. Work out. Slowly. Move towards the other side. Started. Yeah. So the left rib cage was used to that side. Now we gotta go to the other side. Spine, rib cage. Yeah, it's that left floating rib. Like the bottom left rib, that side. Actually, I think it's just the soft tissue, the fascia around that, is starting to stretch, because this is kind of a newer stretch for me. I haven't done this forever, for the last few years. I just kind of started this a couple weeks ago, doing this pose every day. So it's taken a while for the body to get acclimated to it. And then free up the man parts. Let gravity do its work. Grab the big toe instead of the side of the left foot, because that's what my right shoulder wants. Try and grab it, but that leads to extra sensation that I don't think I'm ready for today on the right shoulder. And I did manage to get a little bit of a pop out of the left shoulder as well. As soon as I turned the eye of the elbow towards the front. Feel a lot of stretch on the left. It's not really the left hamstring, it's kind of to the side of the left hamstring, the left side of it. So more the left thigh. So you bring your conscious awareness to the parts that have the most sensation for another 17 seconds or so. Yeah, now we're really starting to feel the hamstring in that area, in addition to that outer part of the thigh. Balance, equalize. Clear out the timer, get the next timer started. Wow, lots of people today. All of y'all, thank you for showing up. On your day off, most likely. So cool stuff. Step wide splits. So get the feet a little bit further apart. And when you're just starting, just use the hands and feet. Eventually the slides all the way down. Get the whole front of the body onto the earth. Get the man parts in the right spot. I feel a little stretch. Push it forward. And then hands out to the side. Another thing to do here would be to work towards grabbing both of the elbows. Right? But I've got my shoulders pressed towards the earth, so trying to find the elbows isn't easy. And relax. There we go. Got both the elbows on one side. Which seems very interesting because it feels like there's a lot of tissue in the way in the armpit side of the shoulder.
a lot of tissue getting compressed there that doesn't normally get compressed. So it's kind of a new sensation. It doesn't feel like there's much of a stretch going on. It's just more of a different sensation. And so I got my left hand on the outside of the right upper arm, and then kind of the right hand on the bottom of the left elbow. So now we flip that around and grab higher up. Use the right hand to grab higher up on the left, right, the bottom part of the left upper arm, right above the elbow, just barely above. And then use the left hand to grab the bottom of the right elbow. So on this side, I'm actually feeling a lot more compressed on the right shoulder than I did previously. Is that it? Oh, that's it. Very slowly, very gently. Put yourself out. Next up, handstand practice. Yay, handstand practice. And here, let's move the camera up just a hair. Give some more space. Get the legs back where they were. More or less. Alright, and then the hands on the earth, but the hands are like 90 degrees apart, almost. So instead of straight forward, and the direction your middle finger is pointing, that's the key. Turn the hands towards the side. Balance into the hands. Press up into the starter pose. So today I'm starting with the legs wide, and then try to get the hips up. Not quite. Ah, man, it's not happening today. Left rib cage, that floating rib on the left side, really has some extra sensation. And it is not easy for me to concentrate and focus. Got a minute left, and yeah, some headstand. Great way to start the headstand. It's from kind of wide splits. And then shins on the elbows. But yeah, don't do this if you're not ready, right? And then once you're experienced, yeah, you get all this up. And look at that. I'll just straighten that up there. Because it's just that easy, right? So I have to be very careful because the legs are all the way up. They're not as easy to counterbalance if I fall backwards. Whereas when I bring the legs down, I can still take the legs up as a counterbalance if I start to fall backwards. I don't have much time left, so I flip the legs for a little bit of balance between both sides. And that's that. So bring those knees to the elbows. There we go. Let's see if we can lift the head up with control. Oh, look at that. That is awesome. It's kind of a lotus crow pose. Towards the back, right? You can see my rear end on that. Cool stuff. I have to do that facing the other way sometime. But in any case, that's my practice for today. I normally do this starting closer to 8 a.m. And thanks all of you for joining. Good stuff. Really appreciate it. Hope you all have fun for the rest of the day.